2 rounds, you're going to sleep.
With Ryan Garcia versus Gervonta Davis being locked in for 2023, we couldn't let you out without a video on why Ryan Garcia will beat Gervonta Davis in their mega fight.
You know I will KO Gervonta Davis in 2 rounds, and he knows that.
Today we will unravel all of Ryan's skills and advantages over Tank, and why this fight could be much closer than you imagine. So make sure you stay until the end for a true boxing experience. This is Boxing Matrix. Enjoy this video. The first reason, and almost the most popular one, is of course Ryan Garcia's speed. Ryan Garcia has proved himself to be one of the fastest, if not the fastest lightweight out there. But why is that? What is it that makes Ryan always deliver such knockouts with lightning speed? We have to first analyze Garcia's stance. Ryan often sits in a more relaxed stance. He knows how to manage his energy by not making unnecessary movements that would cost him. He keeps his shoulders low and his chin untucked, something similar to Floyd Mayweather. While doing this may sacrifice his defense, it does make him throw more relaxed punches. The reason for this is that by not having to constantly adjust your balance, you can throw more precise punches with more strength and more speed. This may decrease your momentum as you are moving less weight over less distance, but it will for sure deliver your punch faster, something that is a con for Ryan Garcia.
Do you work on the speed, Ryan, or is it all natural?
All natural. God's gifted, but there's little things I do, shadow box for weights every day. And then I just put everything I have into that punch. When I know it's gonna land, I throw everything into it. My speed, my aggression, my heart, everything.
A good example of this could be his fight against Francisco Fonseca. In this fight, Ryan stands flat-footed. He has analyzed his opponent and knows that he is not willing to take unnecessary risks of going inside.
To beat Tank Davis. As you look down at the boots of Ryan Garcia, you see the images of Kobe Bryant's.
Ryan Garcia is being groomed for greatness, and the stage is a young kid that likes to start off early with that check hook right there, but he needs to set it up with fast.
Ryan then goes on to set up the pace with his long jab, which also resulted in him understanding the distance between him and his opponent better. This will pay back on the long term for him.
To evaluate Fonseca as a credible opponent, you have to remember that he's fought most of his top fights at 130 pounds. He's moving up to face a top fighter here. Whoa, Davis. That knocked him off balance. Garcia closing in now. Davis and Tevin Farmer, 230 pounds. Caught him with a left hook.
Similar.
Ryan has now studied his opponent and is baiting him to throw. And once he does, he delivers his lightning speed hook.
Oh, and a left hand sends Fonseca down, flat on his back. It's over.
With that being said, it is a fact that Ryan Garcia's speed is something we can't joke about. And if he catches Tank with one of them lightning shots, they could hurt him really bad.
But I will fight Tank next. If Tank wants that at 140, I'm gonna record all the negotiations so you guys don't make no headlines saying I'm ducking.
Ryan Garcia called you out. What do you think about that?
He's a kid, man. You will kill him. He could be my sparring partner, though.
Next, we have Garcia's reach. It is no secret that Ryan is way taller and has a greater reach than Tank Davis. Fighters that have a bigger reach advantage than their opponents are often in a greater position to win than most people give them credit for. As we said earlier, Ryan has lightning fast speed. Now combine that with his reach, and you get the perfect outcome. Gervonta Davis stands at 5'5", and Ryan stands at 5'11". You can imagine that such a difference can make Tank struggle to land a clear shot at Garcia, as he will be constantly backing him up and keeping the distance with his razor-sharp jab.
I don't care what you got. Yeah, all that. You better open up. You're gonna need a ladder to hit me. How tall are you? You 5'5". You don't need a ladder to hit me. You're gonna need a Stairmaster. Boy, you won't be able to touch me. You ain't never fought a 135 in your life. Just different. I don't care what you say. You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing. Boy, I don't care. You too ugly to be champ. I'll fucking champ.
For instance, we will show you a recent fight of Ryan with Emmanuel Tego, who is 5'8". In this bout, he completely dominated him, and while he couldn't score a knockout, it is fair to say that Tego couldn't touch him, as it all came down to the reach advantage. The first round saw Ryan Garcia constantly pressuring his opponent. Tego was in a really bad place. He was scared. He knew that if he approached, he would be out cold. And so he was moving backwards without any exchanges happening.
Tego has a 74-inch reach.
A lot of pressure on Ryan to perform tonight. Language and talking to him, he doesn't seem to be feeling it though. Joe Goose, his trainer, said, I would be absolutely shocked if this goes the distance.
That body shot. Garcia's going downstairs already.
Fight of his life, an entire country behind him.
Garcia's getting really aggressive, so whenever you have someone that aggressive, just a jab to the chest would back him off.
Ryan needs little time to study his opponents, and so in the second round, once he was done analyzing him, he delivered the knockout.
1 round down.
That Garcia's applying on Tego, he will have the opportunity to land something of Garcia. He's just walking forward, no respect for Tego right now. There's that right hand.
Right caught Tego.
That's shook.
Yeah, he's got happy feet down in the corner.
That shook Tego. The right hand right to the temple.
Kind of short-circuited him for a minute. There he goes.
And that's what Ryan Garcia's gonna need to knock down Tego. That right hand.
Let's see how wounded he is.
Ryan Garcia predicted 2 or 3 rounds to take Tego out.
The later rounds saw him completely dominating Tego, and it all came down honestly to his ability to control the pace and control the distance.
That's on the right hand, but whenever you're pot shotting without the jab, it's easier to see. And I think that's...
No, that's cut it clean. There go the legs, and the game boy in serious trouble, trying to hang on for dear life.
Tego doing the veteran thing by holding on by any means necessary.
Goods.
Ryan Garcia has a lot of time left.
Let's see if he can stay out of the clinch, keep his distance.
What we are saying is that Ryan knows what he is doing. He knows when to throw and what to throw. And with him having the huge reach and height advantage, going the distance with Tank is really something we should see more seriously.
What do you tell Tank Davis? Obviously you want him, so what do you tell him?
Let's go, man. You definitely seen vulnerability. I got dropped. But I did show I'm a champion, and I want to get that on, like I said. You know, this is what I've always wanted to do, and I'm a man of my word, and I said, you know, if you don't pick this fight, then you're just not picking legacy.
Next on, we have maybe Ryan's top asset when it comes to the boxing ring, his left hook. It is literally destructive. Many of his opponents go out by that punch so fast that they can barely even sense it. Now, Gervonta Tank Davis has never been dropped to the canvas. But why is that? The opponents he had faced in the past are not that strong overall, and to be clear, we aren't discrediting his work, but rather saying that Ryan's power and left hook could really test Tank's chin. This specific punch is what Ryan has been working on since the start of his career. It has become so famous that famous people put on a guard and let him punch them until they gas out. But there is more going on to that left hook than you would imagine. The main objective is to get his opponent used to seeing that same shot over and over again. He's so physically fast that once he starts rattling that left hook, his opponent has to get used to blocking that punch. He doesn't have time to sit and analyze it and figure out what's going on. And that's exactly what Garcia is looking for. We can see it happen in the Luke Campbell fight. Garcia started by jabbing to the body. Hooks and uppercuts were his go-to. Campbell was having a hard time trying to time him as Garcia was throwing combinations.
It can be tricky to box for orthodox fighters. The first southpaw Ryan's fought.
Two best weapons against southpaw, a fast jab and a counter left hook. That check hook, that's going to keep Campbell at bay for a while. It's instinctive. That punch is instinctive by Ryan Garcia. It just snaps out without thinking.
Garcia has to be careful not to get over-eager because Campbell, who never makes predictions, said, I'm going to knock this kid out. So he's thinking power punch as well.
Now here is the tricky part. Ryan Garcia was dropped in the second round. By this knockdown, many were quick to judge that Garcia had a glass jaw. But honestly, we think that it was rather Garcia's fault and not Campbell's power. In other words, he wasn't paying attention.
Sergio, what do you think of the footwork you've seen the first couple of rounds? You see Campbell up on his toes. Garcia much more flat-footed. Seems like he wants to...
Oh, left hand sends the kid down!
And that's what he was setting him up for. Luke was looking for that overhand left.
In the face of Campbell, as if to say, you wanted me, I'm here, you got me.
I mean, it kind of flows into what I was just talking about, guys. The flat feet of Ryan Garcia. He's planted there, not moving.
Discipline. He knows he has the younger fighter hurt, but he's not going after him yet.
What Garcia's mind, he's never been in trouble, much less.
After he collected himself, we could see him throwing a monstrous attack at Luke. Hooks, jabs, you name it. And when the time came, Garcia baited Campbell into raising his hands, leaving his body open. And the outcome was just sensational.
Many of these rounds are close, but I do really think that Luke Campbell needs to start pressurizing Garcia back for me to get back in this fight.
I see Ryan Garcia winning rounds, except for that second round, like Chris mentioned. But I can see what Luke Campbell winning some close rounds. But right now, Ryan Garcia is in control with no respect.
Eddie Reynoso saying to Ryan Garcia, you're young.
Body shot.
And he goes down. And now Campbell is down on a knee. 2 knees. He's asking questions. He's asking, do I want to get...
Another example of Garcia's insane speed on the left hook can be seen in his recent fight against Fortuna.
After I knock him out, I really truly believe that we'll be like best friends. Like, no cap. I want the best for him after I knock him out.
This was said to be Ryan's hardest fight, the fight to prove that he can take on the top dogs of the division. Ryan dropped Fortuna not once but 3 times.
Garcia's starting to press forward. He said he was going to start pushing the tempo in the 4th round, and a body shot sends Fortuna down.
That was a body shot, just like we saw knock Luke Campbell out.
Exact same punch.
You know, when you talk about guys comfortable fighting southpaws.
So he got him again, and this time he gets up quicker, but that one really knocked the wind out of him.
And Fortuna fell for the bait. He fell for that right hand, got caught with that check hook.
You could see the expression
In general, who are like, what? Ryan Garcia should be beating this guy. Look how much taller he is. But guess what? People want to throw, and he caught him with a left hook again. And Javier Fortuna may not want to absorb any more punishment here tonight. Out comes the mouthpiece.
No mas.
No mas. Ryan Garcia, a dominance.
With that being said, it is basically impossible to not give the guy credit about his hook power. Who knows if one of them could be a knockdown for Tank.
What was that like talking to Ryan? Pushed up with my boy, see where his energy was alike. You know what I mean? But he wasn't on shit. He wasn't on nothing. I'm telling people you're one of the biggest stars, not in boxing, not in sports, but in the world. People love you. You have to you and Ryan breaks pay-per-view records. What do you think? I think it'll be a crazy fight. I think it might be one of a big fight, the biggest fight in the sport of boxing. I think so.
Honestly, we should just wait and see. But if there is a punch that could drop him, it definitely is the left hook. One unpopular advantage of Garcia is one he doesn't even control. You see, Ryan has been calling out Davis for ages now, and Tank's response was always that he had the upper hand in this, and that he was the bigger man. The pressure could really get to him. As we said earlier in this video, Tank hasn't faced someone that has tested his real powers. One of the guys that came close was Mario Barrios. He was tall, strong, and had a far greater reach. He was seemingly winning the early rounds as he controlled the pace until Davis finally caught up to him.
Walking forward, walking through fire. Left uppercut, right hook lands. What a fight between Barrios and Davis.
Something seems like Davis is looking for a knockout.
Right hand to the body by Barrios. Barrios is down again. 3rd time in the heart. Warrior summoning that inner resolve. Davis unloads the left. Barrios a double number. It's over.
But Garcia isn't Barrios. Garcia has been calling him out every day, calling him a bum, and making it seem like he has nothing to lose. And Tank has everything, and everything to lose.
Yeah, that's my first time ever speaking to him, like saying up close. So it was just us talking trash. You know, he said he gonna knock me out in 2 rounds. I think, to be honest, I think he a fan of mine. How he was acting. He was acting all hype and things like that. And Mike was like trying to see when we was gonna fight. So.
And trust us when we say that when you are a fighter, the pressure can really get to you. Our point here is that Tank hasn't yet performed under pressure, which could be a good or bad thing. The last guy that tested Davis with his words was Raleigh, and he got wiped out.
All Tank does is the same basic ass pad work as everybody else, and they all end up getting knocked the fuck out eventually when they run into a puncher. Just like his big bro Broner with Maidana, when he beat the shit out of Maidana, is it gonna be Broner Maidana too?
Previous fights, we've seen that he seems kind of awkward, but in this fight, he's not looking. There's a big left hand, and down goes Romero.
Raleigh, though, was seen from the start as a guy that literally had no chance. Mental warfare is real in boxing, and is as real as it gets when you are the top hand of the fight. And last but not least, we have maybe not an advantage, but definitely a trait. The kid just has so much to prove. If Ryan proves that he can take on Gervonta Tank Davis, that means that he can immediately go up to fight the top names of the division. He was talking about this stuff years and years ago, and his only obstacle to overcome was Gervonta Davis. But now as we get closer to the fight, that dream might become true. And I think that we can all agree that he is definitely working his butt off in the gym.
Yeah, Instagram fighter. We don't worry about him. YouTuber, yeah. He's a pretty girl. That's what he is. And he just talk.
This was our video for the 5 reasons we think Ryan Garcia will beat Tank Davis. This fight will change boxing forever. 2 big names in the industry colliding. The lightweight Mike Tyson and the boxer with lightning speed hands. Comment down below if you agree with our breakdown or have something more to add. This is Boxing Matrix. Thank you for watching.